Good morning, or maybe it's evening where you are watching this. Today I wanted to share with you my melasma, hyperpigmentation, dark spot, sunspot skincare routine, and this is the routine that I personally like to do in the morning time. You could actually do this routine in the evening if you would like as well. For reference, I am 50 years old. I have more normal to oily skin. I have done nothing to my skin yet today. That's why it looks shiny, because I do deal with a little bit more oily skin, and I piled on a bunch of hydrators and moisturizers last night before I went to bed. I deal with hyperpigmentation, melasma, dark spots. I deal with acne and some acne scarring. I've been dealing with acne ever since I was an adult, and for me, if I get acne or a bug bite or anything like that, it doesn't just go away in a few days. For me, the pimple itself might go away fairly quickly, but it always leaves a spot on my skin for quite a few weeks. I got a pimple on the side of my face probably 2-3 weeks ago. The pimple's completely gone, but I am dealing with that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It leaves a little bit of a dark spot, so for me, it takes a very long time for things like that to go away. Melasma is basically a hyperpigmentation, but mine is triggered from hormones. So if you are like me and you deal with estrogen dominance, perhaps you might also be dealing with melasma. You know, melasma is triggered by a bunch of different things, of course, from the sun, but it's also triggered from just being in the heat. You know, just blow drying my hair can trigger my melasma to get darker. If you want to know more details, things I would never ever do to my skin when dealing with melasma, and if you want more details on melasma, if you look below this video, I'm going to link a couple very detailed videos on what melasma is, how it's caused, what I personally would never ever use. Some products that are on the market I didn't realize, but a lot of people just did not know that some things they're using in their skincare routine or specific devices are triggering their melasma to get darker. So I have a lot of detailed information and other videos on that if you're interested. I am also not giving any medical advice. I'm just sharing what I use on my skin. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dermatologist. My background is in the military. I was a medic. I was a nursing instructor and an emergency medical technician instructor. But of course, you know, I worked in the hospital and in the field prior to that. So I don't have any dermatology background, but since I do have a good 25 years of dealing with melasma, I feel like I'm an expert in my skin. So perhaps what I share for me isn't going to work for you, and you know, vice versa. Maybe you have a product that you love that works for you, and just because it doesn't work for me, it doesn't mean it's a bad product. So just keep that in mind. If you do try something that I say I'm loving or that I say did not work for me, don't write it off as a crappy product, or don't just assume it's, you know, the miracle product for you, because we all have different skin. So just keep that in mind. Do your research, talk to your doctor, and see what works best for your skin. But again, this is just my morning skincare routine that is working really well for my melasma and hyperpigmentation. If you like skincare videos, that is mainly what I focus on. I do some hair and some makeup videos as well, but you know, I'm really not into hair, clearly. I haven't even brushed it today. I'm not into hair. I do like makeup, but I don't love it the way I love skincare, because to me, you know, makeup just covers everything up, you know, and enhances our beauty. For me, skincare is really interesting because you can actually see an actual change in the skin, not just from, you know, kind of painting or covering up the face. So for me, skincare is my passion. Again, I'm not an expert, but if this is the type of content that is of interest to you and you would like to see more of my videos, don't forget to look down below and click on the subscribe button. And if you do like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. The very first thing I do every morning is I take my Helio Care. This is the Helio Care Advanced. I also have in here these dark red ones. This is by the brand Isden, and I will rotate either with my Isden or with my Helio Care. I love them both. They both have the same main ingredient in them. I think it's polypodium leucotomus, what is it? Or polypodium leucotomus is what it says. It's kind of like an internal sunscreen, but it would never, ever, ever replace a topical sunscreen. This is something that I just like to do every morning to supplement, to complement what I'm already doing for my melasma. The very first thing I do every single morning on unwashed skin, I have not done anything to my skin since I've woken up, so the very first thing I'm going to apply on my skin before I wash it is a cysteamine cream. Now the two that I'm using right now, because I'm testing them to see which one I like the best, this is a new one by the brand Sente. This is their Cysteamine HSA Pigment and Tone Corrector. What this is, basically, this is a safer alternative to using hydroquinone, a skin lightener. I personally do like hydroquinone, no more than 4%, but it's a product that you can't use year-round. This is supposed to be safe to use year-round, and basically what this is it has an ingredient in it that will help lighten and brighten that excess pigment. This is safe enough to use every single day. You don't have to take breaks the way you would with hydroquinone. You know, if you still like to use your hydroquinone, of course, I'm hoping that you don't use it every single day. You know, most dermatologists will say like 3 months on, 3 months off. And when you're in your off phase of using your hydroquinone to maintain those results, this is something that you might like to use. But I've used the one from the brand Cispra. I think that was the first cysteamine cream that came out about a year ago, and I did really like it. Of course, it takes a long time to see results, so it's not an overnight miracle. It's something you have to stay very consistent with. And you know, I do really like it, but it's very pricey. This one by Sente is also very pricey. And this one, this brand new one that came out from the brand Urban Skin RX, this one is not that pricey. Now, I do have discount codes for both of them, so of course it does help a little bit with the price. I can't give you my final results of which one I like better yet, because I've been testing this one on this side of my face and this one on this side of my face. So far, they're both fairly the same for me, but it just depends on what your budget is. It depends on what other ingredients you're looking for. This is something that you need to use consistently every single day for about 4 months. So I know that seems like a long time, but you know, we probably didn't get melasma in a short time. It took years for us to develop it and for that pigment, you know, to come to the surface. If you are wanting something and you're willing to stick with it and use it every single day for 4 months, this is something, this ingredient, you know, whatever brand you want to choose, but this ingredient cysteamine might be something that you want to try out for your skin. One thing I will say about this one again is the more expensive one by Sente, but this also has an ingredient in it, the ingredient that Sente is known for, and it's their HSA, I think it's heparin sulfate analog, I think that's what it is. I'll pop it up on the screen. But one thing I really like about this brand is it helps with redness. So if you're dealing with any pink or redness in your skin, or perhaps you use the Cispra cysteamine cream and you still felt like your skin was maybe a little irritated or red afterwards, you might really like this one from Sente, because this kind of combats a couple things all at once. So yes, it will help with your excess pigmentation, but this is really beautiful at helping with that extra kind of redness or pigmentation in your skin that you don't like. So this is one I do really like it. But again, I haven't seen any major results of lightening yet because I've only been using it 30 days, but I will report back after the 4-month mark and let you know the results of this one and this one. And this again is by the brand Urban Skin RX. I've used a few things from this brand over, I'd say, the past 2 years, and I really like a lot of their products. But this is their brand new Intense Fading Cream, and this has that same ingredient, the 5% cysteamine in it. This also has niacinamide. This is a really nice, affordable alternative. I wouldn't say it's a dupe for this one, because this one has that extra ingredient that Sente is known for that's really great at helping with redness. And this one is probably the most affordable cysteamine cream on the market. So I like them both. I love the way they both feel, but there's one thing I absolutely despise about these. Actually, what I despise about the ingredient cysteamine just as a whole, not necessarily because of the brands. Cysteamine has a very stinky smell. If you've ever used Nair on your legs or armpits to get rid of hair, or if back in the day you got a perm on your hair to make your hair curly, that stinky kind of skunk smell, that's what these creams smell like. Now I will say, if you've used the Cispra and you're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't get past the smell, both of these I feel are both a little more elegant because they don't have such an intense stench the way the Cispra does. But you know, when you're dealing with melasma and you're desperate to lighten up that excess pigmentation, I personally don't really care what the product smells like. I will use it no matter what it smells like. But I was pleasantly surprised that both of these, they still have that stink to them, but I was pleasantly surprised that it's not as potent as the one in the Cispra. The other nice thing is you're not gonna smell it all day because you only leave this product on for 15 minutes. Sometimes I do leave it on a little bit longer, but the directions say 15 minutes. And again, you put it on unwashed skin. Now, if you want to use it in the evening, or say, you know, you've got piles of makeup on and you want to use it, you can cleanse your skin, gently cleanse your skin first, and you need to wait at least 1 hour before your skin has had any water on it before you can apply this. You know, you don't want to irritate your melasma and use a product that could cause irritation if you use it incorrectly. So for me, the way I have found using it best works out for me first thing in the morning on unwashed skin, and if I do decide to use it in the evening, I wash my skin first, wait an hour, then I use this, leave it on 15 minutes, and then you just wash it off with a gentle cleanser. I just use maybe 2, maybe even 3 pumps of this on one whole side of my face. You could probably just get away with using 1 pump if you like, and you can put this all over your face. And again, the scent is, you know, it's that skunk or nair, you know, hair removal type scent. It's not overpowering, so it's not bad at all, or maybe I'm just totally used to it. So you'll have to decide for yourself. If you've used this product, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you describe the scent of it as. A lot of times with hydroquinone, you really only want to focus it on the dark pigmented areas. The nice thing about this is you can put it all over your face. So I'm only doing one side of my face just because I am testing both of these out just to see. You know, I'm always trying to find, you know, more affordable options or dupes for some products because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my skincare is quite pricey, and it's not because, you know, I'm bougie. I'm not a bougie person at all. It just so happens that a lot of the skincare I really enjoy happens to cost more, unfortunately. But I do have a lot of drugstore skincare products, which actually almost my whole routine, the rest of the routine is drugstore pricing. So I do like a lot of drugstore products, but there are some of my skincare products I use, you know, that are expensive. And so I always do try to help everyone out and see if I can find stuff that's more affordable. So again, I can't say this is a dupe for this yet, but so far I'm really enjoying both of them, and this is significantly less expensive than this. But if you're dealing with that extra redness in your skin, I think you might really like this one if it is in your budget, because this really makes a difference on not allowing my skin to get that pink, that kind of redness in it. So I'm just gonna set a timer for 15 minutes. Sometimes I do leave it on for up to 30, but if you're new starting out, I would probably only do 15 minutes, but I just leave it on my skin and then I'm going to wash it off with a gentle cleanser afterwards. All right, these fading creams have sat on my skin now for about 15 minutes, so now it's time for me to go wash it off. Today, for my face cleanser, I'm going to use this product. This is very affordable. This is by the brand Urban Skin RX. I have used it, this is probably my 3rd or 4th bottle. I bought another one. Actually, I bought a ton more stuff from this brand as soon as I made it back to the USA, because it's a brand I really do enjoy and I find their products to be, you know, budget friendly. But this is their Even Tone Gentle Gel Cleanser, and what I love about it, it's not just your basic cleanser. If you're dealing with hyperpigmentation or sunspots or maybe some acne, scarring, or melasma, you might really enjoy this brand in general. This has 4% niacinamide in it, which is great for hyperpigmentation. It's also great for your pore health. If you're dealing with large pores, you might really enjoy adding a niacinamide into your skincare routine. But the reason I love this so much, it has azelaic acid, which is an ingredient I absolutely love and I use very often. That is great if you have rosacea. It's great if you have sensitive skin, but it's also great to help with melasma and hyperpigmentation. It's also great if you have acne. Azelaic acid is just an ingredient I love. You can get it over the counter. I will list a couple of my favorites down below in the description box if you want to use that separately and maybe add that ingredient into your current skincare routine. You could also get it from your dermatologist as well. But this also has kojic acid in it, which is also another great ingredient to help block that excess pigment from forming. This also has licorice, which is great for brightening. This also has one of my favorite ingredients for hyperpigmentation and melasma. This has alpha-arbutin. So this is a cleanser that's still gentle, and I'm gonna just wash it off afterwards, but I try to kind of massage it in and leave it on for at least a minute, just so some of these ingredients get a chance to penetrate into my skin. If you are brand new to using a cysteamine cream, I would really just keep my routine so generic and super kind of boring. You know, don't use products that have all of these different actives in them. You know, for me, I still find it to be very gentle, but remember, I've been using, you know, all these different types of skincare products for 25 plus years. So if you have very sensitive skin, maybe just use a basic cleanser, say like Vanicream or CeraVe, something that's very basic, fragrance free, you know, not like those harsh stripping cleansers. but this is what I'm gonna use today because I really enjoy it. But use whatever cleanser works best for your skin. All right, so I just cleansed my skin with this. I left it on for maybe 30 seconds to a minute just so I could try to get some of these ingredients to penetrate into my skin. Now that my face is clean, normally I move right on to my next step while my skin is still damp, because leaving my skin damp will allow the next products to penetrate even better. But since I'm talking, my skin has pretty much already dried, so I do like to rehydrate my skin with some type of face mist. You use whatever face mist works well for you, one that you like, but honestly, you could just use your plain old, tap water that you've washed your face with. I have a few favorite face mists that I like to use to rehydrate my skin, but this is my third time purchasing it now. It's a big bottle. This is by Vital Earth. This is their Fulvic Mineral Mist. I love this mist. This was made in the USA, and I just love Fulvic mineral mist on my skin. There's one by the brand Truth Treatments, and I think Osmosis has one, and I love both of those. I'm not saying that this is a dupe for those products, but I really enjoy this. And I also like the price because I get a huge bottle of it. And with this, I feel like I can generously use it because number one, it's affordable for this huge size. But I love this not just on my face, I love this on my hair. I always use this before I start applying serums or moisturizers. I'll use any face mist, but this is the one that I have recently repurchased again. This is 100% pure fulvic minerals. I love this product. I feel like it also helps not only with hydrating my skin and making it look nice and plump, but this also helps with redness if I ever get any redness in my skin and any irritation. And I love how fine this mister is. It's not like squirting out, leaving a big blob of water on my face. So now that I've used my cysteamine and then I've cleansed my face and now my face is damp again, I'm gonna layer a few different serums. The one thing about melasma, there's not really just one product on the market that is the miracle product that will cure it all. I notice for my skin, I like to layer a few different products. This is by the brand The Ordinary, and this is their alpha-arbutin hyaluronic acid serum. And that's one big reason I like to keep my face damp, because when you use any type of hyaluronic acid product, since it's kind of like a moisture magnet or a hydration magnet, you want it to absorb that hydration that's already on your skin that I just sprayed on so that it will penetrate into your skin, or you want it to pull any humidity or moisture from the air versus having bone dry skin and then it now tries to start sucking that hydration from somewhere and you don't want it pulling it from out of your skin. So I always like to hydrate my face first before I use a hyaluronic acid serum. But the reason I like this particular serum is it has the alpha-arbutin in it. Alpha-arbutin is a really nice ingredient to use if you're trying to lighten up any spots or melasma or hyperpigmentation on your skin. And I will put this all over, but I really try to work it into the dark areas. Now you can see where this pimple was a little bit better, and then this is all my melasma. See how this pimple just kind of stays reddish brown? I had a treatment on it overnight, so it's healing it. The pimple's completely gone. It just keeps this mark on my face for weeks, but thankfully I know it'll go away. It just takes some time, and of course, my makeup can hide it quite well. And this is super inexpensive. This is actually the only product from The Ordinary that I like. I've tried a ton of their products. Actually, I like one of their other products, but it's not a favorite. But this is a favorite. I've probably bought, I don't know, 20 of these. This is one that I really enjoy because I'm mainly using it for the alpha-arbutin that's in here. And of course, it's a nice, affordable price. Now, sometimes I like to layer a few different treatment products that are very lightweight to help with my hyperpigmentation and melasma. But lately, all I've been using is this vitamin C serum from that same brand of the face cleanser and the same brand of that cysteamine cream. This is also by Urban Skin RX. This is their vitamin C serum. Now, normally, let me get you one of the other vitamin C serums that I love. This one is extremely pricey, but it is one of my all-time favorites. This is by the brand Revision Skincare, and this is also a really potent vitamin C serum. However, if you deal with acne like I do, many vitamin C serums, specifically L-ascorbic acid type vitamin C serums, those trigger acne on me. And so I'm always trying to find one that won't cause me to break out. Now, I really like the ingredient L-ascorbic acid, but this is a different form of vitamin C that if you are acne prone, this is fantastic because it causes zero irritation and zero acne on me. This is a THD, tetrahexyl decylascorbate, I think is how you pronounce it. This type of vitamin C is supposed to penetrate a little bit deeper. I'm not really sure if it really does, but this one is great if you deal with irritation from vitamin C. This one is pricey. It is a very elegant formula. I can use this as my moisturizer and as my vitamin C serum. So it really just depends on what your budget is, what your skin type is, and what you're looking, what type of product you're looking for your skin. But this is one of my all-time favorite vitamin C serums. I do have a discount code for this, so it does help with the price. But this is the one I have specifically been using for the past 30 days. The revision one, I've used it now for what, 2-3 years, so I already know that I love that. But I'm testing out some new products, but I really like this. Now, this is only a 10% L-ascorbic acid. I think it's mainly the vitamin C serums that are 15% and 20% L-ascorbic that I notice will trigger irritation and breakouts for me. I've been using this now 30 days. I get zero irritation. I have not gotten any breakouts from this. This pimple that I had here was because I had a coconut oil treatment in my hair and I was so tired, and so I just laid down thinking I'll just lay here for a minute like a mummy and not move. Well, I woke up 8 hours later on my side and my hair was all here, so I'm pretty sure the coconut oil is what caused this big old pimple that I got here. But I have not gotten any breakouts from this product. But it's not just a vitamin C serum. Just like I shared, their cleanser isn't just a cleanser. It has the alpha-arbutin, the kojic acid, the azelaic, all those different beautiful ingredients that will help block that enzyme from helping the pigment to get darker, basically. That's what I look for in my skincare, are ingredients like azelaic acid, kojic acid, niacinamide, alpha-arbutin, tranexamic acid, all of those different ingredients that will help keep my melasma from getting darker. But that's what's in this vitamin C serum also. It is a 10% L-ascorbic acid, which is really great at brightening the skin, and it doesn't cause any irritation for me, thankfully. But this also has kojic acid in it. It also has the alpha-arbutin, the azelaic acid in it. This also has ferulic acid, niacinamide, panthenol. This is a beautiful serum. I've really been enjoying this, and just overall I feel like my skin is super glowy, super bouncy, and super bright with this product. And again, it's only been 30 days that I've been using it. I am already seeing results when I use this. Sometimes I use this twice a day because I love it so much. I've already bought two more bottles of it. That's how much I'm really enjoying this. I also like to bring that vitamin C down my neck and my chest, but for purposes of this video, I'm just putting it on my face because normally when I do my skincare, I have like a Velcro type towel on, so I have easy access to my neck and my chest. But since I have this kind of like velvet robe on, it's kind of difficult to bring it all down here. But when I have my Velcro towel on, it looks like I have nothing else on, and people are always asking me like, are you even dressed, for that video? So that's why I have this robe on. Usually I will use an eye cream as well. For this video, I'm going to skip using an eye cream because an eye cream is not an essential step to my melasma routine. But if you're like me and you love eye creams, just use your favorite eye cream. If you want to know some of my favorites, I will link my favorite eye cream down below. I did a video on how much I love that one. But I'm just gonna go straight to the moisturizer step. For my moisturizer, I'm gonna use one of the new moisturizers. I think this is fairly brand new from this brand, Urban Skin RX. This is their new moisturizer. This is their Even Tone Barrier Repair Ceramide Cream. This has ceramides, niacinamide, it has squalane. This is a beautiful moisturizer and it's very affordable. I do think I have a discount code for this brand. I'm gonna look. Most everything I have discount codes for, they are affiliate codes, meaning I make a very small amount if you purchase them. You don't have to use my codes. Feel free to just Google and purchase the products on your own. But, if you're looking for a savings, sometimes using a discount code helps. I don't know about you, but for me, I don't care what I'm purchasing. I will always search for a discount code before I purchase it. 9 times out of 10, if I do the research, I can find a discount code for certain products. So, I like saving money, especially since I buy so many skincare products to test out. I don't want to go broke doing that. Granted, I am sent a lot of things for free, but I don't always share those products because I don't always love what I'm sent. But these are some things that I did purchase that I am really liking. Actually, Leah from Skin Beautiful RX did send this to me to test out because I have purchased the other one 2 times from her. So she sent me that new one to test out. So I am very thankful when people send me stuff. Leah, she and I are friends, so she pretty much knows my skin type and she knows what I like. So usually when Leah sends me something, it's something I really, really like. This moisturizer is so silky. It feels so nice going on my skin. There are specific ingredients that I look for in my moisturizer, but really I don't spend a whole lot on my moisturizers. I don't spend a lot on my cleansers or moisturizers, but treatment products, sometimes I will invest a little bit more. But if you are new to using a cysteamine cream, you know, like I said, I've never had any irritation from this, but if you are new to using it and you're not sure how your skin's gonna react, you know, if you incorporate this into your current skincare routine, just keep your routine basic. Just use your cysteamine cream on unwashed but clean skin like I did first thing in the morning. But instead of using all those other actives, you know, if you don't know how your skin's gonna react, just use this, cleanse your face with a gentle cleanser, and then just put on a basic moisturizer, and if it's daytime, of course, a sunscreen, and call it a day. And skip, you know, using all those in-between treatment products until you know how your skin is gonna react. Now, I said I don't usually spend a ton of money on my moisturizer, but this is one moisturizer. This is a pricey one also. This is by the brand Sente. The reason I wanted to share this, if you pick up this one, the Sente cysteamine cream, if you pick this up and you just want a simple routine of putting this on and then using a gentle cleanser and then a moisturizer, this moisturizer right here isn't just a basic moisturizer. This is probably my 4th or 5th one that I've purchased. This is their dermal repair cream. I love this. I only have a few pumps left, but I'll just show you what it looks like. It's kind of like a thicker, kind of a rich cream, but I will just use 1 or 2 pumps of this on my skin. This is perfection if you have redness in your skin. So that's what I was saying. If you want a more luxurious formula, still the 5% cysteamine cream, but you want something to help with that excessive redness in your skin, this might be a good choice for you if it's in your budget. But if this is in your budget and you're looking for a really good moisturizer, but one that's not just a moisturizer with all those fabulous ingredients, this has that HSA treatment in it there. I think it's heparin sulfate analog, and it's amazing at combating that excessive redness in your skin. You could even use this as a treatment product and then another moisturizer afterwards if you kind of want to save and only use 1 pump of this. This is one product I'm never without. I absolutely love, love, love this. I did not notice results with this right away. I almost was finished with 1 whole bottle when then suddenly I noticed like, wow, I have no redness in my skin anymore. Then I stopped using this. Of course, I wanted to test other products. I stopped using it for a few months and I noticed that redness started coming back. So this is why I've, you know, been using this for well over a year now. Absolutely love it. I highly, highly recommend this if it is in your budget. Again, I do have a discount code for this brand. It is still pricey, so please don't leave me comments about the products that are pricey. I get it. That's why I'm trying to share more affordable alternatives, you know, to help everyone out, because I don't know what everyone's budget is. And, you know, even if you do have a large budget, why not save a little money? So I do try to share affordable products as well because I also like to save money. And then my final step, as always, since it's daytime, I always use a sunscreen. Now I have to say, if you are dealing with hyperpigmentation and melasma and you are looking for that miracle cream or miracle treatment product to fade your hyperpigmentation and melasma, but you are choosing to not use sunscreen, you are wasting your time and wasting your money. I know a lot of people don't like sunscreen. I know there are some out there that are just not very elegant and they look crazy on our skin. Maybe they leave a yucky white cast or just the finish, it feels heavy. Find one that works best for you. I have another sunscreen video of some of my favorite sunscreens. However, since I've been back to the United States the past 30 days, I have been testing out a ton of sunscreens, and you guys, I have found some really amazing, beautiful sunscreens that I have absolutely been loving. So I will be doing a video soon on some of these new sunscreens that I'm blown away by them. But one that I've used for many, many years, probably 3 years now, that I rave about all the time because it's just a phenomenal sunscreen. This is by the brand Dermatology. If you want to skip your moisturizer step, maybe you're in a hurry and you want to skip your serum steps as well. This pretty much has everything in it. It has your antioxidants, it has not just the sunscreen, but it has moisturizers in it. This is a beautiful all-in-one sunscreen. They have a tinted version and a non-tinted version. I like them both. I like the tinted version because it kind of blurs out some of my imperfections, and it has iron oxides in it, which also helps with prevention, you know, with melasma and hyperpigmentation. But I've shared this one over and over and over the past few years because I love it so much. But this is a great, super affordable option. I will link it down below if it's something you're interested in. But I wanted to share this new one from the brand Banish. They sent this to me for free, so I'm very thankful for that. But you know, I was about to pull the trigger and purchase it anyways. I love this new sunscreen. This is an all mineral sunscreen. This is zinc oxide. It's titanium dioxide. Let me back up here. And it also has mica in it. And it just feels like a lightweight kind of lotion. Now, I will say when I first pumped it out, I thought, oh man, this is gonna be, you know, thick and leave a gross white cast, but I don't know if you can tell, this is like whipped. It feels like whipped cream. This is so beautiful. I'm really, really impressed with this. And it's a white sunscreen. It doesn't have that tint, but look at how this is rubbing in. And I put a lot on. This is rubbing in so beautifully. It literally just feels like you're putting whipped cream on your face. It's beautiful. Now, once I rub it in, I won't have this white cast. I mean, you can see I put a lot of this on. It doesn't burn my eyes. I can put this, you know, all over my eyes, no irritation whatsoever. And that's, you know, usually the case with most mineral sunscreens. But as you can see, this rubs in really nicely. I wanted to show you, you know, how much I do put on. And oftentimes I'll do that a second time after this dries down. It's not shiny. It's not greasy. It's not necessarily mattifying, but I will say this feels like the most amazing primer, the way it performs, because this blurs out my pores. It makes my pores look smaller. There's no scent to this. I believe this is fragrance free. This was made in the USA. This is vegan. Yes, it's fragrance free, it's vegan, it's paraben free. This is a beautiful sunscreen. This is one I haven't heard anyone talk about. I think it's brand new because, you know, I just saw it on their website. This is also an SPF 50, which is great if you have melasma. So I really love this sunscreen. I especially love it when I'm gonna wear makeup because it acts as a beautiful primer to kind of help blur out and make my skin look a little bit smoother than what it is. So using a good sunscreen is the best thing that you can do for melasma. Plus, if you're using all these other products, you know, I don't care how much you're spending, if you're using other active ingredients that are going to help lighten the pigment, if you're not keeping that pigment protected by using sunscreen, how is the pigment going to lighten up if you just constantly keep, you know, damaging your skin? It's just going to keep getting darker and darker and darker. So find a sunscreen that works for you. You don't have to use this sunscreen or any of the sunscreens that I share that work for me. Just use whatever sunscreen you will actually use. But that is the most important thing that you can do if you have hyperpigmentation, acne, or melasma. So that's pretty much it for my morning skincare routine. I have a brand new nighttime skincare routine as well, specifically for hyperpigmentation and melasma that I have absolutely been loving. If you would like to see that routine, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Everything I'm using in my nighttime routine is super potent, but still gentle enough to help fade my pigmentation, but it's also super duper inexpensive. So if that's a routine that you would like to see, let me know, and I'm more than happy to share a video on those products as well. If you have any questions or comments, or if you would like to share in the comment section any skincare products for melasma or hyperpigmentation that have worked well for you, feel free to leave those comments down below. I love reading your comments. I love learning about new products from you all as well. And I'm sure other people that are reading comments would love to hear what your favorites are as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.